Give me a minute and let's talk about the rules of improv. Right now, you guys know, well, regular viewers of this channel know that I'm an actor, and I recently started a new improv comedy troupe here in Kyiv. And that troupe had our recent debut performance that we live streamed. Thank everybody that was on the live stream. I appreciate it. And one of the things that, like, the core rule of improv is yes and. That is to say that when somebody says, why are you in a wheelchair? Immediately, the other guy is in a wheelchair. He says, yes, I am in a wheelchair, and the reason I'm in the wheelchair is I slipped on a banana peel, or whatever, right? Yes, and. You support what your partner is saying, and then you add new information to it. It's a simple rule, and it applies in other places in life. When we are dealing with an enemy like Russia, and your allies say something, you shouldn't say, no, we're not doing that. You say yes and. And that was how Olaf Scholz fucked up this week. When Macron said France, under the right circumstances, would put boots on the ground in Ukraine, and he meant it, Scholz turned around and said, no German soldier will ever put boots on the ground in Ukraine. Why would you do that, Olaf? Why would you stick your foot in your mouth like that? Why would you take it off the table? Keep your enemy guessing. We've already drawn so many red lines. We've tied Ukraine's hands behind their backs and said that Western weapons can't be used on Russian soil. We've said, the list goes on. Come on. And all of it is oxygen to the Kremlin. And that's where Olaf messed up this week. Now, it's good to know that France has some partners that are a little bit more willing to play the game. Canada has now joined the coalition of those who have said boots on the ground is not off the table. One of the Baltic states, I want to say Estonia, I apologize off the top of my head, I'm not sure, and Poland, there is a growing coalition of the willing who have said boots on the ground is not off the table. And it doesn't matter whether or not we're willing to send actual soldiers into Ukraine. God willing, we will be able to avoid it. But one of the things that will help us avoid it is by not telling our enemy that we're not going to do it. Let him think we are. The very fact that Putin had to come out in that speech this week and say if the West sends troops to Ukraine, it will be nuclear war. Now, nobody in their right mind believes that, first of all. Second of all, what do you mean, Vladimir? You've been telling your people all this time that they're fighting British and Americans and French and NATO in Ukraine. Now you just got on the news there and you told them, if the West sends troops. Huh? You know, the logical gymnastics you must have to go through to be a Russian are just insanity of the first order, I'll tell you. So Olaf fucked up, and he could have really benefited from just knowing the rules of improv. The next time Macron says, hey, we're going to send troops, we might be willing to send troops to Ukraine. Hey, Olaf, how about you say, Germany might be willing to as well. And leave it at that and let Putin wonder. He already thinks you're weak. Why do you think every night on the news they're threatening to nuke Berlin, right? To keep you on your toes. It's ridiculous. Grow a spine.